Hi, my name is Scott Kepke. I've coached volleyball for 30 years, and this is a video on RPR Wake Up Drills. In my 30 plus years of coaching, I don't know if I've come across anything that is as great as RPR. We want to try to have a little understanding of what's happening. RPR is kind of like hitting a light switch and turning on your muscles. It's going to help your athletes move better. It's gonna keep them safe because their muscles are neurologically turned on. We want our bodies to be operating in a 1, 2, 3 pattern. We want zone 1 locked in. If zone 1 is doing its job, then we're going to be healthy, functional athletes. If something in zone 1 is not functioning properly, our body is going to take something from zone 2, a muscle, maybe in the hand or the arm or a different part of our body, and it's going to start doing the job of something in zone 1, and that's when we have compensation patterns and our body starts to break down. So these are the wake up drills, zone 1, 2, and 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a timer here, and we are going to we're going to take a look at how long this takes. A lot of times coaches don't want to do extra things because it takes practice time. What I will say from my experiences is that this is a great way to start practice. We have our chalk talk on our board. We all get into a rectangle and we start RPR. And it's just a great way to start. And we know then that our athletes are going to have a better chance of having an injury-free practice. So I'm going to start the timer. We always start with breathing. It's not a wake-up drill, but it gets our body set. It lowers our blood pressure. It's a great way to turn the psoas on, which is one of the muscles in zone 1, just from breathing. And so we're going to do 10 belly breaths, and then we're going to start the zone 1. I'm going to talk you through it all in real time. This is about how long it should take you once you kind of get going with your athletes. And so we're going to go ahead and we are going to click start, and we're going to get cracking. So we'll start with 10 belly breaths. We're going to go in through the nose, out through the mouth. Notice our belly comes out when we breathe in, goes in when we breathe out. That's around 10. Now we're going to start our first wake-up drill, which is our waking up our diaphragm. We're going to take our thumb and we're going to rub pretty hard on our sternum down to the end of the sternum. Then we are going to go underneath our ribs and we're going to rub all down to the edge of the ribs and then back up and then back up the sternum. This is an inverted Y, and it's the first wake-up drill. Second wake-up drill is our psoas, and these need to be done. The zone 1 wake-up drills need to be done in order. Breathing, our diaphragm, which is our inverted Y. Now we're going to do our psoas. We're going to find our belly button. We're going to go over 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and go down. I have a tool here that I had the shop teacher make. It's a golf grip with a wooden dowel glued inside. You can find that spot, bend over a little bit, and we're just going to kind of work through that muscle and kind of work on it. Each of these can be done 5 to 10 seconds. We're going to switch. And again, 2 inches over from the belly button, 2 inches down. This can also be done without the stick. You can just be using your fingers like this. That is the psoas. We're going to go now on the back of our head. We're going to find this bump right here, and we are going to rub side to side all the way to our ears. So from the bump, we're going to rub side to side all the way to our ears, and then on the back of our jaw, we're going to push towards our eyes, and we're going to rub the back of the jaw. Okay, so this is zone 1. Those need to be done in order: breathing, diaphragm wake up, psoas, glutes. Go into the quads. We take our thumb. We're going to try to cut our body in half. This is the muscle between the hips and the ribs on the side. Then we're going to take a knee, and what we're going to do is we're going to start up on top of our glute here, or excuse me, our quad. We're going to rub all through here, and we're going to try to kind of do like a fish hook, rubbing through here. And there's no exact spot that you're going to do this. You're just going to kind of rub through here. I like to throw in the arch reset down in here, which is not a wake-up drill, but it's just really good for activating our foot. And then we switch, and we do the other side. And again, we're just working through here. This is going to turn on the quad. Okay. All right. The next one that we are going to do is our hamstring. We're going to go on the middle, right back on our hips and our back. There's 2 bumps that are right back on our waist there. We're going to find the 2 bumps, and we're going to rub all around the 2 bumps. This is our hamstring. We're going to get all around those 2 bumps. We're going to go on the inside. We're going to go on the outside. We're going to go below them on the tailbone. And you want to get your thumbs in there. If you need to get in on the skin there, you can get in there and just kind of make sure that you get that all vigorously rubbed around. The next one is our lateral sling. We're going to go back to where we were doing our quads, but we're going to go on top of the hips. So if these are our hips, we're going to rub the bone on top. So we need to get on top of the bone. Again, we're not rubbing the muscle like this. We're going to push in, and we're going to get on top, in the front, in the middle, and in the back. If you need to do it like this, if you need to turn a little bit, and you need to kind of get yourself situated so you can get in there on top of the bone. All right, the next one we're going to do is our core. We're going to wake up our whole core. We're going to get into a big sumo stance. Toes are going to be way out. We're going to squat down, and we're going to karate chop inside our legs, down all the way from our hips to our knees, back to our hips, back to our knees, back to our hips, back to our knees. We don't want to go here. This is the quads. We already did that. We want to go kind of down and under. So if you want to kind of hit it with a little bit of percussion here, you can. All right. The last one we're going to do, if we have a partner, you're going to go behind your partner. You're going to put your hand on their waist, and you're going to rub next to their spine all the way down that line of muscle. You're going to come back up. Then you're going to rub the other side and back up. Obviously, if you're doing your wake up drills like I do them every day, I can't do this one because I don't have a partner. But if you're working with a group of athletes, you can. After you're done going all the way down and back up on each side of the spine, you can use your thumb, you can use your heel of your hand, you can use your tool. Then you're going to put your hand on their waist again, and you're going to hit it with percussion all the way down and back up, all the way down and back up. All right, that is zone 2. Zone 3, we're going to move on. We're going to find our belly button. We're going to go up at a 45-degree angle right in here. This is going to be our calves. For this one, I'm going to take my tool. I'm going to do my left side. So I'm going to drop my right foot back, and I'm going to stretch out my calf while I'm waking up my calf with my stick. And again, I'm trying to get as much shin angle as I can in the back. Then I'm going to switch. I can do it without the tool. Here's my belly button up 45 degrees. We're working right here. And again, I'm going to stretch out that calf, try to get as much shin angle as I can. All right, we're moving on to the lats, and we're going to continue up from our calves, which were here. We're going to continue up on a 45-degree angle right below the pecs. We're going to work through this area here. We're just going to scratch through and wake all this area up. This is our lats. We're going to move up to our rotator cuff, which is from our armpit up to our collarbone. And we're going to rub. If you have overhead athletes that are softball players, they probably, or baseball players, will have some pain through here. And I like to go up and down, armpit to the collarbone, switch. And we're going to rub through here, all the way up to the collarbone, and back down. Shoulder is next. We're going to go one hand behind the head. We're going to make a claw. We're going to scratch through our rib area here, and then we are going to take our thumb, and we're going to go all the way around the pec. We're going to go from our up by our neck, right down next to the sternum. We're going to go under the pec, and we're going to go up into the armpit. If you have an athlete that has shoulder problems, there'll be some nodules in here. Just as with any of these wake-up drills, if you find a spot that hurts, spend some time and work the sore spot out. Going back under and up, switch, scratch through here, and then we're going around the pec on this side. And we're going under and up. The neck is last, under the collarbone. We're going to go under the collarbone and back. And top of the pec, right in the middle of the pec here, we're going to hit that, switch. We're going to go over underneath the collarbone here. And top of the pec. Then we are going to scratch through our temple. We're going to work through, rub through our jaw area, and then we're going to rub our jawline all the way to our chin. So that is, we are at 11 minutes, and you can see that we spent a little bit of extra time talking, so it usually, if you get your athletes moving through it, it's 8 to 10 minutes. We've found that this helps significantly to drop injuries. It just keeps our athletes safe. It gets them moving. They move electrically. It's the best thing that I've come across in 30 years of coaching. If you leave comments down below, I maybe can answer them. I'm not great with technology. As you can see with my video here, I don't have a real great setup, but I I want to get this out because I've had a lot of people that have requested this to put it so they can kind of get the wake up drills done in the correct order. Thank you and good luck.